One quiet night, Anna realizes her grandmother's bedtime story isn't just a tale, it's a confession of a love that once lifted her to the skies but later broke her into pieces. Ruth's voice shakes as she recalls the moment her beloved walked away, leaving her standing alone under the same tree where their promises began. Years later, that same man returned, no longer the hero she remembered, but a shadow of regret. Faced with the chance to forgive or reopen old wounds, Ruth reveals the truth. Every night, little Anna would crawl into bed and wait for her grandmother Ruth to tell her a story. Ruth's voice was soft, but her eyes often carried a shadow, as if the stories lived inside her heart for many years. Anna thought the stories were made up, but they were not. They were pieces of Ruth's past, memories that still breathed. That night, when the moonlight slipped through the window, Ruth began. Once, she whispered, there was a girl who loved a boy so deeply, but love is not always kind. Anna pulled the blanket closer, already curious, already afraid to blink. Ruth spoke of a time when she was young and full of dreams. She met a boy named David, whose laughter filled the air like birds singing. David would bring her mangoes, chase away the goats from her mother's farm, and promise her the world. He said he would never leave, Ruth told Anna. He said my name as if it was music. But as she spoke, Ruth's lips trembled. Anna, though young, could feel that this story was heavy, like rain clouds before a storm. Ruth's voice slowed, and she added, but love is not always what it seems, my dear. Anna's eyes widened, waiting for what would come next. The next night, Ruth continued. She told Anna how David grew distant, how he began to look at another girl in the village, a girl with bright clothes and laughter that caught everyone's attention. Ruth tried to smile through it, pretending it did not hurt. But at night, she would cry into her pillow, wondering what she had done wrong. Love can make you feel like a queen one moment, Ruth said, and like a shadow the next. Anna clutched her grandmother's hand. Did he stop loving you? She asked, her small voice shaking. Ruth only sighed. He loved himself more than he loved anyone else, she answered. Anna felt her chest tighten, though she had never known love before. The story had planted a seed of pain inside her imagination. Ruth's stories grew darker. She spoke of the day David left her standing under the old tree where they first met. He told her he was leaving with the other girl, chasing a dream in the city. He said he was sorry, Ruth whispered, but his eyes were shining with excitement, not sorrow. Ruth remembered how she had stood barefoot in the sand, watching his figure fade into the distance. The world felt empty. It was as if the sun itself had gone away, she said. Anna's eyes filled with tears, though she tried to be brave. Did you wait for him to come back? She asked. Ruth nodded slowly. Yes, I waited. For years. But he never came. Her words lingered in the air, heavy and sharp, like broken glass. On the final night, Ruth told Anna the hardest part. She explained how David returned many years later, not as the boy she once loved, but as a man broken by his choices. His clothes were torn, his laughter gone, his eyes filled with regret. He begged Ruth for forgiveness, but she had already built her life again, piece by piece, from the ashes of her heart. I forgave him, Ruth said softly, but I did not take him back. Some doors, once closed, must stay closed. Anna pressed her face into Ruth's chest, whispering, That's a sad story, Grandma. Ruth kissed her hair. It is sad, my dear. But it is also a story of strength. Because sometimes, the greatest love you find is the love you give back to yourself. The room was quiet, but Anna knew she would never forget. The story was not just a story. It was her grandmother's heart, opened and handed to her like a gift in the moonlight.